What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome to a big transfer news update video, and I will be talking about the biggest transfers that happened and are happening in the world of football. So first of all, if you enjoy these types of videos, leave a like and let me know in the comments below what is your top 6 prediction for the Premier League next season, because Manchester United making some big transfers move, Chelsea as well. So let me know what is your prediction, how will the top 6 finish. I think it's very difficult to predict, but maybe at the end of this video I will. But first, I'm very happy to tell you guys that Jurgen Klopp just signed a new 6-year contract at Liverpool FC. The owners recognize that he's one of the best managers in world football, one of the top 5 best managers, and I think finally, after like 6 or 7 years of FSG ownership, finally we have a man with the football knowledge who can lead Liverpool back to the top of English and European football. I'm absolutely convinced that Jurgen Klopp will build a dynasty here at Liverpool, and if he fulfills his contract, he will stay with Liverpool for 7 years, the same which he stayed at Dortmund, and both at Mainz and both at Dortmund. It took a couple of seasons for him to build his own team and to get his team to be very successful. So Liverpool fans need to be patient. Jurgen Klopp knows that the owners trust him, and Jurgen Klopp now just can focus on getting the best players in for Liverpool and developing them and building a dynasty here. So yeah, let me know what do you think about this. And biggest transfer story that is doing the rounds, and loads of you guys have asked me to make a video on this. Manchester United are in talks to sign Paul Pogba for £103 million. The transfers are going absolutely crazy, but then when there is a 37.5 million bid for Troy Deeney, no disrespect to Troy Deeney, he's a good player, then I think Paul Pogba might be worth more than £100 million. Sky Sports are reporting that Manchester United chief executive Ed Woodward has begun negotiations in the last 24 hours with Paul Pogba and his agent, and I think Real Madrid also want him, but at the moment, Guillem Bayarge, the Sky Sports Spanish football expert, says that at the moment Real Madrid cannot afford Pogba. They need to sell players. They might sell Morata and Jesse Rodriguez to fund the Pogba transfer, and Guillem Bayarge is saying that Pogba would prefer to go to Real Madrid. But if that doesn't happen, then I think he will end up at Manchester United. And it would be just so ironic, because Sir Alex Ferguson just sent Pogba away for virtually nothing. He signed for Juventus for free. And Ferguson played the likes of Park Ji-sung in midfield instead of Pogba. And now he could become the most expensive football player in the world. And yeah, here in another article, Guillem Bayarge says that Pogba favors Real Madrid over Manchester United, but Real Madrid actually fear being priced out. Manchester United's financial muscle is insane. They have the most money in the transfer window right now, and Mourinho are not afraid. Mourinho is not afraid to spend it. They already signed Ibrahimovic, they already signed Bailey, they already signed Mkhitaryan, and they want one more big signing. Mourinho said that they will bring in 4 players, and 3 of them are already done, and the 4th could be Paul Pogba. I think if United get Pogba, they will finish either 1st or 2nd next season, because he is the missing link. I think since, you know, the prime of Roy Keane and Paul Scholes, Manchester United have been missing this all-action midfielder who can run up and down the pitch, who can defend, who can attack, who can score, who can assist, who can just bust the midfield. And Manchester United haven't had a player like that since Paul Scholes, you know, retired. And I think he's the missing link for Manchester United. Ibra will score a lot of goals as well. Mkhitaryan will get a lot of assists, but if they get Pogba, that's a game changer for Manchester United. I think Man City might win the league with Guardiola if they bring in more big players. Man United could finish 2nd, and actually Chelsea could finish 3rd if Conte does well, and either Liverpool or Arsenal will finish 4th. Arsenal are not making any big signings, and that worries Arsenal fans, and rightfully so, because all the other teams are strengthening their teams, and Arsenal just signed one midfielder and a Japanese like kid, and that's just not good enough. And Paul Pogba could become the highest transfer fee player in the world of football. At the moment, Cristiano Ronaldo at 80 million is the third. At the second, Gareth Bale for 85 million pounds is the most expensive player. And Paul Pogba could be the first player to be transferred for 100 million pounds. That is just absolutely crazy. And also, let me know, guys, what do you think about this? Liverpool have accepted a 50 million pound bid from Bournemouth for Jordan Ibe. And at first I was pretty shocked and sad to see Ibe go to Bournemouth, but the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense to accept a bid like this, especially because Liverpool negotiated a buyback clause and a sell-on clause for Jordan Ibe. Because, you know, Jordan Ibe at the moment is not good enough to be in the starting 11 for Liverpool. And for a bench player to get 50 million pounds, a player who only scored one Premier League goal in his whole career so far, he played 41 games last season, and Jurgen Klopp saw him a lot. He saw him every day in training, and I trust Jurgen Klopp's decisions. I trust Jurgen Klopp, and you should, guys. You should too, because he has a much more football experience than us, and much bigger football knowledge. And Jordan Ibe, he could turn out to be an awesome player, but if that happens, we can buy him back. I'm not sure how the buyback clause works. We could buy him back for 20-25 million pounds. If he turns out to be this world beater of a winger, then we can buy him back. And if not, we got a 15 million pound deal for a pretty unproven youngster. So I think it's a no-brainer to sell him for this much. Because Sheji Ojo is, you know, on a similar level to Jordan Ibe at the moment. He's also very young, and overall he showed more promise last season. And I'm just talking about last season. Jordan Ibe went downhill. Sheji Ojo is on the up, so it makes sense. There is no point keeping two young English wingers on the bench when one of them will not get enough playing time. Another story, Liverpool defender Sako is still awaiting UEFA to make his decision. He had his hearing, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday in Paris. He appeared in front of UEFA Control Ethics and Disciplinary Body, but they didn't make a decision. They told Sako that he will learn within days whether he faces an extended ban for failing a drugs test. So this story is still not over, which still amazes me that UEFA dragged this out so long, because pre-season starts today for Liverpool, which I'm actually very, very excited about. So I really hope that Sako either gets banned or not, and we can move on, because if Sako gets banned, then I think Liverpool need to sign another centre-back, and we don't want to run out of time with that. Martin Skrtel is very close to signing for Fenerbahce for 5 million pounds. Very happy to see him go. He's a decent player, but he makes too many mistakes, and I'm just happy to see him go, because he's now 31 years old, and now we have Matip, Sako, Lovren, Gomez, and maybe if Sako gets banned, then Liverpool will buy another centre-back. So I think we have enough cover and better players than Skrtel at the club. Tottenham are actually very close to agreeing a fee with AZ Alkmaar to sign Vincent Janssen, the top scorer of the Dutch league, if I'm not mistaken. He said, "I won't train with AZ anymore. The clubs are now really close to an agreement. I will go home and wait for the phone call to go." And he says that he can compete with Harry Kane. I think it's a good move for Tottenham, because he's a quite cheap player, big talent. Leicester City signed Ahmed Musa. It's not official yet. He's arriving for a medical this morning. Here you can see a picture, and it looks like Leicester City are just getting the fastest players in world football. Their team will be amazing on FIFA next season, and both in real life. And Ahmed Musa fits in brilliantly to this high octane a very fast counter-attacking style of play that Leicester City employed, and I'm very excited to see how Leicester City does in the Champions League next season. It will be fascinating to see, and also it will be fascinating to see how they can handle the added games and the added pressure that comes with being Premier League champions. This is a very interesting story from the Daily Mirror, who say that Alvaro Morata wants to play in the Champions League, and if he gets sold, he wants to go to Arsenal. Chelsea were hoping that they can sign him, but he wants to play in the Champions League, and it could cost Arsenal up to £65 million. But I think Arsenal need to make a big transfer in terms of strikers. So either get Morata or get Lacazette or get somebody else in, because they just can't rely on Olivier Giroud. He's just not good enough to fire Arsenal to the title. They failed so many times in the last 10 years. And Arsene Wenger doesn't have a lot of years left at Arsenal, so I think he should just go all out and get either Morata or Lacazette, whoever he thinks would fit perfectly at Arsenal. So yeah, let me know what do you think about this in the comments below. And Arsenal have reportedly opened negotiations with Lille fullback Sidibe, and also launched a £43 million bid for Julian Draxler. I would love Liverpool to get Draxler, but he might be out of our reach. He might want to go to a Champions League club. Chelsea have firmed up their interest in Kalidou Koulibaly, the Napoli centre-back, submitting a £34 million bid. So as you can see, guys, amazing, incredible bids going in left, right and center. But anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this transfer news video. If you did, smash the like button. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.